Good afternoon, Mark Hutchison. That is Mark Hutchison, the Ask Mark Realtor. Homes, tips, and hints. I'm Mark D'Andrea, the doctor of real estate, anything home. Mark, it's great to do these videos with you guys if you like them. We try to make them informational, entertaining. Smash that like button, share them on all your social media platforms. We're certainly going to make it easier for you to do that. Again, Mark, we were talking earlier before we started recording here about a few topics, but the first thing I want to ask you is, how was Christmas? How was your holiday, and what's going on in your world?
You know, Christmas Day we spent with our daughter and her family and her in-laws, and that was pretty neat. The day after Christmas, our son and his family and our daughter and her family, we met at our house and we had a good time. And for the first time ever, both of their dogs joined us. and Vinny is like a pug, and Walter is a Yorkie. And the first time they've met and played, well, the first 5 minutes, Walter, the Yorkie, just barked the entire time. And Vinny was like, okay, you can stop anytime. You know, It didn't bother him. So it was fun to see them together and how they reacted to the whole family and to our house, because Vinny had never been here. So it was great. We had a good time.
I'm glad to hear it. It's really interesting. We did not talk about this, guys. We did not set this up. For those of you watching this video, we also had family over for Christmas and the day after Christmas. And our daughter and son-in-law have two dogs. And since they were going to be at our house for over 24 hours, the dogs did come over. So we ended up with a house full of 4 dogs and 2 cats. Fortunately, the 2 dogs they brought over while Cody was deployed did live with us. So they were familiar with the territory and they behaved, and they're both males, so they have a tendency to want to mark things, but they did not. So it turned out good. There was not a lot of rabble rousing. Anyway, Christmas was great at our house too. Thank you for asking, and looking forward to New Year's and spending some more time with family. Hey, you brought something up before we started recording, and I think it's important. Ohio is a Midwest state. Columbus is kind of one of those Midwest cities that does not get as much attention as an East Coast or a West Coast city or some other Midwest cities. But I was born and raised here. I think you've been here for quite a while. I think you wanted to talk a little bit, just briefly, about how you feel about Columbus and Ohio, and what a wonderful city Columbus is to not only visit, but live in.
Yes, Columbus has a lot to offer. We're the 14th largest city in the United States. And I've told some people that live here that information in the past couple of months, and they were surprised. You know, I can remember we used to be 17th, and we're slowly growing. And people, as realtors, we know, as school districts know, there's so many people coming to Central Ohio, we're almost out of land. So they're having to tear down buildings to build new buildings here in Franklin County. But Johnny Carson, as much as I love Johnny Carson, he always called Columbus a cow town. Well, the reason is the Ohio State University has a very large agricultural department, and they support agriculture, farmers, livestock, grains. And we had cows inside the city limits of Columbus. Yes, so we were a cow town. But aside from that, Johnny Carson was awesome. But we have our airports. No one thinks about Columbus. They don't think you can get to anywhere from Columbus on a straight flight. You have to go through like Atlanta or another hub. We have 50 cities that has direct flights from Columbus to those 50 plus cities. Cincinnati has like 53 direct flights. Cleveland has 47 direct flights to different cities, along with a couple of cities in different countries. So no one knows that we fly everywhere, and you can get here on a one-stop flight. It's not we're not a backwoods city or backwoods airport. We are a big city. We have, and we'll talk about this in future, about the number of corporations headquarters that are in this county. We have colleges, universities. We have so much going that no one knows. So it's like my coach that I hired a while back, she did this with Savannah. It's like, okay, well, she can do it with Savannah. We're better than Savannah. I'm sorry, I said that. Columbus is really good, better than a lot of cities. So it's time that we brag about where we live and what we do, because we live here. We want other people to move here.
Well, Mark, I love that. And, you know, again, I'm not objective. I was born and raised in Columbus. You can take this for what it's worth or make fun of me for it. I've never wanted to move away from Columbus. Certainly having a place down south or out west where it's warmer is something that my wife and I have discussed often, but our family's here. We love it here. We have no trouble finding excellent entertainment, excellent dining. I'm looking forward to having a number of conversations with you and getting to know more about Columbus with the stats and information we can share with our audience. I think it's a great thing. I think it'll be fun to dovetail that in with real estate and how we're sharing with home maintenance tips and things like that. But you and I both know, we've watched it happen, as you indicated, as real estate agents. Columbus and surrounding communities are growing rapidly. One of the things that and I'll just end with this, one of the things that I appreciate about Columbus is I don't experience the traffic tie-ups that you hear about from other media people in their big cities. Right now, they're much larger that they're talking about. But the fact is, I think the city planners have done a pretty darn good job of keeping up with the growth, and so have the cities that surround Columbus. So I'm excited to talk to you about that over the next 6 or 12 months. Guys, we love bringing you this information. Especially Mark Hutchison. I mean, we're going to have some fun with this and brag about Columbus for the next 12 months. We're also going to bring you plenty of information about real estate and many other topics. We love bringing you these videos. We're looking forward to doing so for the rest of our real estate lives. If you like these videos, smash that like button, share them on all your social media platforms. That is Mark H., the Ask Mark Realtor, Homes, Tips, and Hints. I'm Mark D'Andrea, the Doctor of Real Estate. Thanks for joining us again today. Mark, thanks for having me on the call. You have a great day and Happy New Year.
Thanks, Mark. See you Thursday.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Bye.